Hello everyone, this is Jose32 and it's time for a deck review. Unfortunately, in my last review, I forgot to ask which deck you wanted me to review next, so I'm just going to pick and choose. I'm going to do a triple deck review. Yes, triple. Let's get right to it. We'll start off with this one. The Bicycle Rummy deck, which I got from Stumpdella as some fan mail. Thank you, Stumpdella. It's fairly standard bicycle on top, card game, rummy on the bottom. I like that card game. Let me zoom in a little bit there. And a nice spade tip with the angel on a bicycle, like the gold Cupid backs. This Ericus Infinus made in USA on one side, bicyclecards.com on the other. It says poker size extra pip face on top. That's a little bit different than what we usually see. Standard stuff on the bottom. And in the back you see a back design which if I can recall correctly, is the tangent back, a vintage back design which you can also get in the vintage design series and possibly one of the heritage design series decks. Inside you get some rummy gaming rules. And you get your cards, fairly standard number cards and court cards. One thing you will see is that they do have I'll show you those. The different indexes. So that when you're looking at the cards, you can see the way it is. You can see spades, diamonds, clubs, and hearts. They have those on a couple other decks as well, like the Spades series and the Solitaire series decks. Everything else is standard number cards, standard court cards. Ace of Spades is standard except it says Bicycle Rummy on top and number 71 on the bottom. Everything else is basically standard, plus it's got the extra little index. And your jokers, standard joker. And the other one is a guaranteed joker. Other than that, it's completely standard. I may have mentioned before, I was supposed to get one of these a couple years back. I won in a contest, but it never came. I'm not sure for a person that was ever sent out, and that person is no longer around YouTube. Disappeared shortly thereafter. But whatever. I finally got one. Let's move right on. Next deck that I'm going to look at is the Purple Rider Back. Somebody wanted me to review all the Rider Backs. I think one Rider Back review is enough that covers all of them. And I have done like a big review on Rider Backs before, so just search for it. But anyways, fairly standard again, bicycle, Rider Back playing cards, and a nice gold pip in the center. Here, Ericus Infinus made in USA on one side, United States Playing Card Company on the other, poker on top, barcode and trademark stuff on the bottom. Then in the back you see a back design and it's got a blue seal. These were made for somebody in Asia and you can get them on eBay from an Asian seller. Inside you do get a blank card. There's your back design. I think a lot of people always wanted a Purple Rider Back. So there you go. It's finally one. I mean, there was one before from the Alzheimer's Association deck, but this is a little bit cool because it's an actual Rider Back. And you get a double backer, which is always awesome. Probably the best part of the deck. Everything else is completely standard. Number cards and court cards and jokers. 2 identical jokers, which is always good. And standard Ace of Spades. Rider Backs in purple. Awesome. Thumbs up. I like it. It's about damn time. Fortunately, like I said, it's made for somebody in Asia, so it's a little bit harder to get. But that's okay. But it is completely standard. So that's that. One more quick review. Plus Cyclone deck. This one was made by a little new magic group called Magic and Mentalism. Mega KT10 is one of the people in there. I believe Tan Miracle 23 is in there. And Declan Joe Gallon. Don't know the exact channel name. I think that's the name he uses on his channel. And a couple other people. I don't remember their channels. And they sent me this deck to review and to check out. And apparently they're sending me the next deck to be radioactive. This is just kind of a prototype. It's in a plastic case. I don't know if you can see, but it says Printer Studio on there. And there's a little logo of a box. This is kind of cool. This nice kind of, what is it, ribbed sides. I like that. Makes it nicer grab. Unfortunately, since they're fairly standard, they're not USB-C, and they're, well, unfortunately not that great. They fan somewhat, but they do clump a lot. It's very, very thick. As you can see, and I hold them up, they're thicker than the rider backs inside the box. So that's not that good. Also, you can see the back design. It's kind of neat, but it looks very hand drawn, and it's pretty certain it kind of makes it a one-way design almost because of how it is, but I guess maybe that's how they meant it to be. It is a one-way though, because you got like a red border on this side and this side, but not on the other sides. Code cards are all kind of standard, even though it's not USB-C. It's got their code cards. Pips are a little bit different than what we're used to. And there's the clubs. Ooh. Ace of Spades. Looks just like the ones you find in the Made in China decks, because it is made in China. Except that it says printerstudio.com on this little ribbon in front of it. The rest is very plain. The cards do have a smooth plaster coated finish, which does not help in handling. And you get a clown on the tokens. Yippee-yi-yay. And the other one's the same, except it's black and white. You can't buy this deck. They didn't get enough requests for them. So, well, that's probably why. Because they're very hard to shuffle. And they don't really flourish that good or anything like that. Although, I'm sure it would make a nice flourishing deck. I'm sure it would make a decent flourishing deck if it handled good. But anyways, it's just the first attempt, so it's not the end of the world. Although, my recommendation is, if you're going to try and sell a deck, make sure it is, the quality and everything is comparable to USB-C if it's not USB-C, and, well, this certainly is not. I mean, unlike some Made in China decks, at least it's durable. It's very thick. I don't know how durable, but it is not that great. And admittedly, the guys who created it know it's not that great, so they decided not to go with it. This, I was a little bit disappointed because it's very standard. The ones that they created before for themselves actually had some customization on the number cards and the code cards. I was looking forward to that. Unfortunately, they had gotten rid of those files when they went to print this one, so they just had to go with back design and standard faces. So, a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. That is a Cyclone deck, and it was this one, and it was this one. Yay, I'm catching up on reviews. Remember, before I forget, let me know which deck or decks you want to see next. Still in here, the White Baroque, the Butterfly Effect from Eric Dwan, who's got a new deck coming out soon, the Ritual Premier, the Blue Asura, and I've got Magicians Must Die, Series 1 and 2, which I'll review together, because they're fairly similar. Just let me know which one you want to see next, and I will do it. And I guess coming to more card class. We'll see you next time. Sorry if this video's a little bit long, but whatever.